What's going on, everyone? How are you? I'm glad you decided to click this video. I decided to make this full tutorial from me to anyone who decides to use this. I'm gonna try to cover everything in this tutorial on how to properly scream, from breathing to warm-ups to lows to mids, highs, false chord, fry screams, gutturals, tunnels. I'm gonna try to cover it all. Mouth shapes, tongue shapes. I'm gonna try to get into everything in this video. I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm gonna try not to drag things out and get to the point and try to teach you the best that I can, because I am not a professional by any means, but I have been doing vocals for quite some time now, ever since I was 10 years old. So I've dabbled around, and I just want to help aspiring vocalists reach goals of their potential within their screaming. So here we go. First and foremost, gotta be hydrated. Life water. Doesn't matter what pH you drink, because your stomach is a low pH anyways. So I think it's like 2 your stomach's pHs. So anything you drink is just, it's good. But you don't want to be drinking alcohol. Don't want to be drinking pop. Anything with caffeine. You don't want to have your drinks cold, because they will constrict your vocals. You want everything to be lukewarm. My suggestion is water. Stay away from sugars and whatnot. Tea is also supreme, especially for tracking vocals in the studio, doing long days. That is a lifesaver. Helps everything be rolling smoothly and nice and proper. So if you can even get a thermos and bring it to your show, that would be even better. I mean, cool. But hydration, lubrication of your throat is super important. Aside of being hydrated, your breathing is the most important thing when it comes to screaming. This is the basis, this is the root, this is where you sprout from a seed and break the ground towards the light to grow, okay? Breathing is crucial. You need to have proper breathing, to have proper technique, proper power from your diaphragm, not from up here. So that's what this little exercise is going to teach us, to push from down here and not up here. Okay? So we're going to start off with talking about posture. Posture is super important. You want to be nice and straight and confident within your stance. And also, when you are practicing this stuff, you want to be standing up, because when you're sitting down, you are crunched over, constricts everything up. You lose 30% of your power right there when you sit down. So when you are practicing, to properly gain anything, be standing up so you can reach your full potential, because that's what screaming is all about, is intensity, power. You want your tones to come out nice and crisp and clean, with no raspiness, nothing. You don't want your throat to be sore. If there's any hurt or soreness or discomfort when you're screaming, that means you're doing something wrong. That probably means you're pushing from up here. Okay? So we're gonna start off with stance, okay? And also an important thing with being a vocalist is using your imagination, you know, visualize things, you know, to attack what you need to accomplish, okay? So with our posture, we're going to visualize that there's a string attached on the top of our head to the ceiling, and the ceiling is just holding us nice and strong and straight up. It's not pulling, you know. Also, there's going to be a string attached from your sternum to the ceiling, and the ceiling's going to be supporting your posture on your sternum, kind of pulling it that way, but not stressing it, not pulling your shoulders back, you know, just properly in your posture, straight and confident, okay? You want your shoulders out of your neck. You want your neck nice and long. Don't be a turtle, okay? So along with that, we are going to get into the breathing now. Okay? So when it comes to breathing, like I said, you are using your abdominal muscle to inhale and exhale. This is where your power is coming from. Your diaphragm is literally a muscle that sits under your lungs. Okay? So you should feel your abdomen constricting to push up your pressure and your power. So we're going to start off with learning how to breathe, okay? Stand straight in your posture, okay? Maybe put your hands on your sides to see if you are properly breathing correctly, because if you are breathing like this from your shoulders, that's not coming from your diaphragm. It's coming from up here. Your shoulders should remain nice and strong, not going up and down, but only looking like they're flexing out with your chest, kind of. So we're going to stand straight. We're going to take a deep breath in, okay? 1, 2, 3. And exhale. Okay, now notice that my shoulders did not raise and lower when I was pushing out. Okay, I was pushing from my diaphragm. Now we're gonna work with some breathing techniques, you know, to enhance your ability with your breathing. Okay? So we're gonna start off with like doing a hiss, okay? We're gonna go back in the same posture, okay? We're gonna breathe in, and then we're gonna do a long hiss out. 1 breath until you stop, okay? We're gonna breathe in 1, 2, 3, breathe. Okay? Now, we're gonna move on to like a pulsating hiss, okay? I'm gonna do like 3 hisses, and then I'm going to elongate the last hiss, all in one breath, okay? We're gonna start and breathe in at 1, 2, 3, breathe. Okay, now notice when I'm done, after the hiss is done, you can see that there's more air coming out. When you're properly pushing from your diaphragm, that will naturally happen, okay? So that will kind of give you an indicator if you're doing it correctly. Also, if you are, you will know that you're doing it wrong if you are finishing with your shoulders, you know, obviously, okay? So now, we're gonna go to more of a ha. You don't really recommend whispering when it comes to doing vocals and warming up, but this is also a great false chord exercise for false chord screamers, because false chord, you are more relaxed up here, because in a fry scream, your vocal cords are actually resting on each other and rolling. They're not slapping each other. They're just nice roll. And on a false chord, they're apart. And you're pushing past them. Okay? So we're gonna get back in our posture. Breathe in. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Okay? Notice how there's more uprush of breath because it is false chord. Everything's loose. So now we're gonna go into a pulsating ha. Within these increments, you're gonna have to take an extra breath between, okay? So it's gonna go 3 ha's, and then on the last ha, you're gonna elongate out, okay? And whenever you need to hydrate, lubricate, please do. It's important for everything to roll smoothly. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the pulsating hots, okay? Stand straight up in your posture, nice and confident. Breathe in. Okay? So, now that we have done our little breathing exercises for warm-up, we're going to apply that to a short scream. A short one, because we haven't done our warm-ups yet. We are just doing this so we can see our progress with how your technique is. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a fry scream. We're gonna go like more of a yeah, okay, kind of more mid-range, okay? Just really let it out, okay? Confident, control, okay? We're gonna breathe in. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. Yeah! Yeah! Okay, and we're gonna do a false chord. Do more of a yeah. Okay. And we're gonna breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Yeah! Okay? So that is our breathing section. Now we're going to move on to our vocal warm-ups. Okay? We are going to do some buzzing and humming exercises to loosen up the face tension and get your muscles relaxed, because that is important, especially when you're screaming. You're using your jaw a lot. You know, you want everything to be nice and loose, no tension, so you can perform correctly. Okay, so we're gonna start off with buzzing. Buzzing is like just like a bee. I'm sure everybody knows how to buzz like a bee. But if you don't, you kind of just buzz. Bring the tip of your tongue to the back of your teeth and push through that way, okay? Obviously. So, just buzz. Maybe put in some different pressures, maybe put in some different frequencies of your vibrations, because, the higher or the more pressure you have, the faster your vibration is going to be. The lower pressure, the slower the vibration is going to be, and it's going to rumble a little bit more. Okay, so start off with buzzing. Bzzz, and buzzing like a bee. Bzzz. Kind of keep your teeth together so you get all that vibrational resonance. Okay, so now we're going to move on to humming. Okay, I'm sure everybody knows how to hum. It's a nice little pastime to do, keep your mind off things. But if you don't know how to hum, you just keep your mouth closed and you vocally just embrace tones and notes. Okay, so we're going to start off with the humming now. Breathe in and just hum. We're doing all this clean because we're working ourselves up to the grittiness, the rawness. We gotta get everything loose first. So clean is the way to go first. Okay, maybe throw in some vibrato. Get everything nice and loose. Don't push your pitches or your capabilities in this. We're just trying to relax, okay? So we're just humming. Okay? So now that we have finished humming, we're going to start off with now pronouncing our vowels, okay? And everybody should know their vowels. It's A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y. And we're going to use Y because why not? It's an extra vowel for us to pronounce, and it's a little different to pronounce, so we're going to do it. So we're going to start off with the cleans of the A, E, I, O, U, and Y. Okay, we're going to start off from low to high, and then we're going to go from high to low, from frontwards to backwards, and then from backwards to frontwards, because this is going to help you, pronounce. And if you do everything in the same order, it's not going to throw you off. It's not going to make you work, okay? So now we're going to start off. A, E, I, O, U, Y. Y, O, I, E, U, A. A, E, I, O, Okay, so now that we have done our vowels, I know I screwed up, but now we're gonna get into the growls now. Okay, so if you don't know how to growl, I will teach you. Okay. I'm gonna start it off. Okay. Growling is nice and subtle and easy. Okay. Just adding a little bit of distortion. You know, just a little bit of distortion. Nothing crazy. And just growl. Get that grittiness that you have. Okay. Growl, 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 growl. Roar, roar, roar. Okay? Start getting that feel for putting that roll of your distortion with your vocal cords and your vocal flaps correctly, nice and relaxed. Okay? So now we're going to do our vowels with growling. Okay? A, E, I, O, U. Y. Y, O, I, E, U, A. A, E, I, O, U, Y. Y, O, I, E, U, A. Okay? Kind of getting the grittiness in there, you know? Grar, grar. Okay? So now that we are warmed up, we are going to move on to finally screaming. Yay! And you know what we're going to start off with? Lows. Hey. Okay. So everybody loves low screams. They're the most used technique in the whole metal scene. You know, they're just brutal. It allows you to literally let out your soul. Okay, so with your lows, we're going to start off with learning how to guttural. Okay, and then we're going to get into false chord, and then fry scream, and you know, I'll teach you like toilet bowl gutturals, like tunnel guttural, if you will. So with guttural, you are using your proper breathing technique that you learned a little earlier and putting tone into your gritty scream, okay? The lowest tone you can behold, okay? You just let it out, okay? When you're doing gutturals, it's false chord, so everything should be relaxed. Everything should be nice and shaped, okay? So this is when we're gonna learn about mouth and tongue shapes, because that's what makes your tones, babe. So, with gutturals, when you're doing a guttural, doing a false chord, and you're gonna look mean doing it, because you gotta shape your mouth weird, okay? So kind of get in the metal face, kind of frown down, you know, not creating tension, but creating that form within your mouth so you can do your proper scream, okay? And with your tongue is going to be shaped as well, okay? When you're doing a guttural, your tongue is going to be kind of curled back, okay? Kind of push the back of your tongue into the back of your mouth, and you curl the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, okay? So when we're doing a guttural, it's gonna look like this. Protruding chin, kind of. curled tongue, nice and strong, okay? And now we are going to push through with our false chord to create a guttural, okay? So it should sound like this. If you're doing it correctly. Okay? So it's growling, it's pushing through, okay? So you need to be nice and relaxed and have power. Nice. Form with your mouth and your jaw. No tension, but form. And your tongue shape is pushed to the back. The back of your tongue is pushed to the back of your throat, kind of. Not choking you. And then you curl the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And that's how you do a guttural. Okay? So now we're going to get into false chord lows. Okay? This is usually used for, pronunciating most lyrics, if it's, usually their style. Lows are usually supreme, and people usually use highs for just parts and layers. But I like to be diverse and have mids and highs and lows and gutturals and just a bunch of, fun, because that's what music's about, having fun. Okay, so with a false chord low, you're gonna keep your posture and push through your vocal flaps with them relaxed, because it's a false chord. Everything's relaxed. Okay? So we're gonna breathe in. Wait, I forgot to show you mouth shape, sorry. So, mouth shape is basically, whatever word you're pronouncing, whatever, it's pretty much open. There's no real mouth form shape to this, okay? So there's more just, tongue and just pushing and just controlling your tones, letting out your intensity, okay? So we're gonna start off with a false chord low. And do like a yo, okay? So we're gonna breathe in, and then on our exhale, we're gonna let out a belting low through our false chord, okay? So we're gonna breathe in. Yo! 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 Okay? If you have proper technique, everything will sound fluid, okay? You will feel that graveliness, but it's not gonna hurt because you're doing proper technique, okay? If you're not doing proper technique, that gravelly feeling is going to hurt, and it's going to tear the shit out of your throat, okay? So you just need to know when you are hurting yourself, you need to stop and think, like, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to relax? I need to change this because I can't scream like this. I'm gonna end up permanently damaging my vocal cords, and that is not a good thing. So, with that said, with a fry scream, there's more pressure because your vocal cords are actually resting on each other, not flapping, not resting over each other, no tension, nothing crazy, just rolling, okay? So we're gonna breathe in and then let out a fry scream. You kind of just, give it your all. And we're gonna do more of a yeah, okay, like, but low. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we are going to breathe in and then belt out our fry scream low. Okay, breathe in. Yo! Yo! Okay, so with this, there's a little bit of mouth shape, okay? Kind of ovaling your mouth. And, yo! Your tongue is curled back, at least mine is. I curl my tongue back, but it's like free-floating curl. It's not resting on anything. So that's a fry scream within the low, okay? So now we're gonna get back into the gutturals to show you the toilet bowl effect, okay? So with this, you're gonna have a lot of mouth shape and a lot of tongue shape in this, okay? Because your tongue is what's actually going to create this sound. So, you're doing a toilet bowl guttural. You kind of curl your tongue back and curl it on the side. And you push through your false chord, and that will create your toilet bowl effect with the lowest tone you can give it, okay? So we're gonna breathe in and let out a nice toilet bowl guttural. Breathe in. Okay, so with this, I'm sorry, I think I showed you how to shape your tongue wrong with this prior. So, when you're doing this, you're actually doing that. Curling the tip of your tongue onto the back of your teeth, pushing onto the back of your teeth to create your tongue to do that little boat, make a little tunnel, it's tunnel. So we're gonna do it again, and I'll hold this up here so you can see it. Nice pressure, strength within your power will create your vocals to be nice and tight and strong. You want nice, strong, powerful vocals when you're screaming. Okay? So now that you've learned how to do your lows, good job. We're going to move on to our mids, okay? Wait, do you want to learn how to do like a pig squeal? I almost forgot about those. I love pig squeals. Okay, so I'm going to get back into like the guttural, okay? So when you're doing a pig squeal, you're kind of controlling your tone within a with an E, It's usually higher in pitch, but you can go all over the charts with a pig squeal, of course. I like to do vocal pitching or pitch shifting pig squeals all the time. It's fun, okay? So when you're doing a pig squeal, we're going back into the guttural, but we're doing a bree. We're gonna bree with that same bree. Kind of pull the tip of your tongue into itself, and that will create your shape of your tongue. Bree. Okay, so now we're gonna belt it out with our distortion. Okay, we're gonna do a lower one. Okay, breathe in. Okay, so you just, breathe, have that nice tuck, breathe. Naturally, your tongue will go to the roof of your mouth, Now try like going from low to a high pig squeal, controlling your pressure and your power and your tone and your pitch. It's what screaming is all about. It's about what clean singing is about as well, but adding distortion. Okay, so we're doing we're doing the pig squeal. Okay, so breathe in. We're gonna go from low to high, and then we're gonna breathe in again and go from high to low. Okay, go breathe in. Okay, and we're gonna go from high to low. Breathe in and let it out. Nice and strong. I'm not losing power. Everything's nice and tight. Okay, now we're gonna move on to mids. Okay. With mids, it's usually using more the tone of your natural voice.